my parents came around, they got that new cage, so now they're able to basically jump up the box, and then they've got like access to the top of that, and also they can go up the other bit as well, so they've got more space. Essentially, I just thought, well, I can build up, so like, there you go, so that you can see more pushes. I think she's on top of the box, but she has the ability to go up there. I was thinking, well, I could actually build like another box.
What? What are you talking about? What's happening now? Third time's charm. Welcome back. And it's just a lovely time to be back. It's Monday. I did have another day off actually, so I used it. I did a lot of cooking actually, I'm not gonna lie. I made soup and I've made like a kind of like chili meal, which I just made a massive pot of it just to have for the rest of like for a lot of the week. Cause that's kind of like the good thing you can do. I get some people probably get quite bored of it, but like listen, it's like I just make like a kind of like generic-ish chili dish, which just kind of got like fake meat, vegetables, tomatoes, and you know, it just makes kind of like a nice sauce almost. And you can just then all you do is every day, because you make a massive out of it, because it's just me. Then you can have it like piping hot when you make it, so that's what I did. And then I had spaghetti. And I just made like a sort of faux spaghetti bolognese. And it'll be like tomorrow I'll probably just do it with like rice. I might do a potato and just do like I could even do like mashed potato and just have it on that. Next day I'll just do like penne. Next day I'll just do like tagliatelle. It kind of just keeps it. For me, that's fine. It's like that variety. That is actually enough variety for me. But then sometimes I might just do like a cheat meal, if you want to call it that. I'll just be like, a cheat meal for me is just chips and sausage rolls. I mean, I can live on beans and toast as well. To be fair, like, that's probably like if I was really like strapped for time, I just have to eat something. I just get beans and toast. Yeah, you can just. I can survive on that. I don't go hungry on it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a massive eater. I used to be when I was like young. I used to be like such an eater. I used to just. But it's literally like, it is that thing. It's like once, I don't know if it's like when you get into your 30s, your metabolism just slows right down. But I mean, I try and exercise as much as I can, because like, I drink. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not like trying to like pretend that I don't. But that's how I'm handling it. It's like I'm aware that if I do, I need to like be careful. So that's why, like in a sense, like maybe I don't eat as much, because my body's just kind of like knows that if I'm gonna drink, it's gonna need to subsidize the calories for like the alcohol. But I don't normally drink. I normally drink spirits, and I normally use what you call it, like like most like sodas you get now are like sugar free anyway. But I don't think I've bought a full fat soda in such a long time. It's almost, I just feel like it's taboo. I'd probably feel so guilty drinking that much sugar. Just because like now we all know it's just like absolute common knowledge that like a can of full fat Coke has like a hand's worth of sugar. It's mind boggling. It's crazy. I cannot believe like the ruse that. And the fact, like, I was drinking that so much, because, like, as a kid, like, I think, like, the whole mainstream of, like, because Diet has always been out. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, the Diet hasn't always been out, because it has. Diet's been out for, like, since the 80s, I think. But the problem Coke had was the branding, because they found that men didn't want to drink Diet Coke, because they would get bullied. And that's why they invented, like, Coke Zero. But the problem was Coke Zero didn't really come out until like I can remember. It wasn't like that late in, but it's definitely like the 2000s. I want to say like the late 2000s, maybe like 2006, 7 or something like that. Because I do remember just like it just became a bit more mainstream, and we were talking about it a lot more. It was all like, oh, we gotta cut down sugar. And my parents bought these like shitty like cans of soft drink. I used to always bring them in. I used to always just like, I was such a little twat as a kid because again it was. Oh, I'm not allowed to say it because people get angry, but I'll just say I'm like I am smart, like a little bit above. Like I'll just say I'm above average, and it's like you just get when you're like a kid and you go to school and you're just doing like shit bunch of work. You're so bored. I'm trying to think. It's just like it's like going into work and then it's just like, I don't know. You just go like spin at your desk all day and just push a button or something every hour. That's what you gotta do. And you just get so bored of it. So after a while, you are gonna probably like come in the next day and you're gonna bring in like your Switch, Nintendo Switch or something, because you're just gonna be, oh shit. Before you know it, you're just gonna probably have like one of those like little bird toys on your like desk that's just pushing it like Homer did, and you're just probably not even gonna be in the office. You're just gonna be like sat like at home and just. You see what I mean? And that's what happened with me at school. Just like I just got bored because it was so boring. So everything was so like not challenging at all. Because everything they've got to do is they got to teach like idiots who like. Because I think school probably has to be less than the average, because they'll set aside the fact that probably not every kid's going to be 100 IQ. So it's probably more designed for like 90. So if you're 100, you'll be like, oh, this is quite fun, because it will be a little bit of a challenge for you. No, it'll be quite a good challenge. If you're 90, it'll be really fun, because it'll be like, this is what's made for. Everything's made for you. So you'll be really stimulated and find it really tough, and you'll go home and you'll feel really rewarded when you answer shit. If you're like 100, you're just going to be like, you'll know you're like able to do it really well, and you'll like be happy with the successes of your teachers being like, you know, you're good at this. If you're like 120, you'll probably you'll be really good at it, but you don't really have to try. So you're just like, you're still going to pick it up, but you're just going to kind of like just not really have to think about it so much, or you won't revise. When you're like 130, it's just kind of like, it depends on like where you are, because if you can hyperfixate, and if it's like, if you're in a subject that you'll really like, you'll get like A star. But if you just don't find something interesting, you'll be like probably bottom of the class, and teachers will get really thrown off by it because they won't understand. But it's just literally because like at that stage, once you're like above 130, you're almost just like, you are aware of conscientious what's worth your time, and you just know like, oh, I don't care if I'm not interested in learning geography, but I love maths, I'm just gonna spend my time doing that. It's just like almost your brain just knows that the fallacy of school kind of like gets ripped apart a little bit at the seams, where it's just like, okay, so what happens to the kids once they know like what they're good at? Why they don't have to sit here and learn all these other subjects. You know, I'm not even talking like compulsory stuff. I'm talking like when you have to do like secondary school and you have to do like a language and you got to pick like I don't know between like RE and PE and like tech, biz tech and shit like that. I don't have to do that anymore. Religious studies or sports education and just like. You know, a smart kid who's like above 130 is just going to be like, they know they have to do it, but they just can't be bothered to put any effort in because they don't even care if they get like the kudos. They don't care if their fat teacher like gives them a sticker. They don't care. They just don't see that as a thing, like a goal for them. All they care about is like laughing and trying to like wind people up to like get a kick out of people and like. Yeah, that's why you do pranks. That's why you become like a bit of a rebel because you're trying to get like a reaction out of people because you're not getting stimulated by being in your environment. It was like that with me. It was like, again, like in my school, I was like, I was a prodigy with piano because I learned to self-teach myself piano by just like listening to like a demo on like a keyboard, and I learned to play like songs basically without reading music. And I remember playing it, like, a song, and, like, music, and the teacher was like, I was, like, a grade 11 or something, a really high one. And I was, again, never, ever consideration at that point to, like, maybe push me up, or, like, you know, put me in a different group or whatever. They didn't even give me the option, because I could sit here and say what they did, and I just said, I want to stay with my friends, and they probably, that would be, like, a noble thing to say, but no. They're just like, okay, so there's like this white kid who just seems to be able to like play a fucking like the Turkish march when he's like, I was like 15 or 14. I have no training whatsoever. And I've just done it by like listening to a keyboard and then like playing it off that. And no one's like ever stops to think, well, maybe we should like see if like this guy's. No, they don't care because I'm white. If I was a girl, they would, because it's all about girl power. But because I was a white man in that particular time period, all the female teachers, they don't want to do that. They don't want. It's too typical. Oh, great, another white prodigy. We don't want that. A white male prodigy. We don't want that. We want a black kid or some Indian kid or some shit like that. I want to push the liberal agenda that, you know, white men are like shit. And I do generally feel a bit like that. Because I know, like, if I was in any other society, like, especially like China, they would reward people who are smart because they know that they're the people you want to listen to. You don't want to listen to like IShowSpeed and Kaisenat. We don't give a fuck if they've got like 100 million views, followers, because they're all just going to be fucking idiots. Like, if we're going to like social score them, like give black people like, I don't know, one black person votes like 1,000 for a white person. You just see that like all of these people just probably only not have very much because. I'm sorry, but like, especially like if you feel like all these black people who like live in Africa and they're just like they're not going to contribute anything, and their ad revenue's worth nothing. What are they going to do? I'm just like they're sat watching him, and they're all got no jobs, and it's like this is why like the ad revenue's fucked because they are aware that like the same people are not worth the same. And you will never get that, and people will never understand it. But I'm sorry, like you can have a group, you can have a fan base of 500 people, but they could be like the smartest 500 people, you know. Like they could be your doctors, they could be lawyers, they could be like the best, top, highest, you know, intelligent people in society. But then you'll just get someone who's got like IShowSpeed, who's got like I don't know 30 million, and they're just gonna probably be like. All the like under 90 IQ black guys who just like that's their sort of humor is they just love loud obnoxious stuff, screaming and just being like really annoying and just you know a lot of like jangling keys because their brains aren't able to like deal with just a less stimulating form of entertainment. They can't sit down and like make a model, they can't sit down and do a puzzle because they'll just get so bored of it. And it's like I noticed that as well with like a lot of like games as well. When you always see like the best gamers, except for like Smash Bros. Melee, but they're not even the best at that. I always say like a lot of them is going to be like white and Asian people because I think their just reactions are just faster. And that's the big thing. That's the biggest thing that IQ does. A lot of people just gonna say like everyone like is the same. It's not true. IQ is such an important thing because if you're just going to talk about IQ from like the most fundamental basis, the main thing is it's your reactions, it's how fast you react to things. That's probably the best way to say it. It's like, if I say to you, what is 2 plus 2? It's how quick does it take you to find that information and then say it and it's correct. That's kind of all it is. Like, when I did the IQ test, that's essentially what they're testing you for. It's like, I don't think I got every question right, but I think it was because I was so fast at answering the ones that I did get right that they were just like, okay, that's interesting. But, like, honestly, if you ask a dumb person, like, and I remember asking, like, I'm gonna be sexist, but my female exes, you could ask them, like, a question that was 5 times 5, and they'd sit there and they'd be like 10 seconds, and they were 25, and you're like, wow, that's slow. That's it. You know, that's kind of and that goes down to some extent of like how quick you can talk. But for me, it's more like how fast I can process stuff. I can hear, like, I can actually listen to 2 or 3 people talk, and I usually can follow them. No one wants to test on me though, because you know I'm white. White people are just lame. So, yeah, I that's just it. If you just speak to dim people, generally they won't know the answer, or they just can't. It's that, and there's also like other stuff as well. It's like hypothetical reasoning. They can't do that. They're not able to almost like think about things. It's like if something doesn't exist, they can't think about it. So if you ask them hypothetical, they can't. Yeah, IQ is so small they can't actually like imagine what that is. They don't have inner dialogue. I've met someone who didn't have had that issue. And again, it's almost like the biggest wake up call for us as human beings will be if they ever were able to just make some kind of like helmet that you put on, and it almost like shows you like what someone's thinking. That's very cerebral, but I could see that becoming something, because eventually we will learn how to like map like electrical, biometrical, impulses on a digital grid. I mean, they're already doing things with like Neuralink, where you can kind of move things with your brain, which is really cool. But that probably will be like the biggest thing for us. We'll start to like just probably the term racism just won't really be a thing. We'll just accept that there are just certain things about certain races, and they'll just react a certain way, and we just won't care about this racism thing, because everything is written in generics. In averages and generals. It's like if you read like the medicine box, it's like it'll tell you like all these like risks and things. It doesn't mean when you take it, it'll happen. And it'll just be like that with all races. It'll just say if you're interacting with a certain race, these are like the certain things you're gonna expect. Expect like most common, uncommon, rare, it's stuff like that. And they'll probably just like have a risk thing on there as well. So like, just don't. It's crazy because I'll be really honest with you. I didn't ever really think this would happen. I really didn't. That might just come out of arrogance, because for me, I've never seen race, and I know that I'm not saying that as like I'm trying to be like some kind of liberal or whatever. It's just because I had been brainwashed quite well, because I'm from like a quite rich area, you see. And to be fair with you, it's like if my old friends did like, because I've ostracized from them, but if they did find this channel and they did listen to this, they would all be horrified. Like they would all just like, well, it doesn't matter because I've already backed out. But like I'm just saying, like they would all be like, oh my god, because they're all like proper like liberals, like we just want to get a nice degree and go off to America and go off and live the American dream and get loads of money and all the decorations, accolades. And that's like a really millennial thing, as they say that. It's like the millennials were like the first generation to really be like, the world is so small, dude. We got the internet and we got all these opportunities. We want to fly the nest because we don't believe in like community and that. And that's what I was always like because I remember saying that to one of my friends. I had a friend who was like, He did go to Oxford, and he probably was very smart. I would probably argue he was. I would have 3 friends that I had contended as like probably the smartest. I don't want to be arrogant, but I do believe I was the smartest of them all. The only difference was because I'm so stupid in the sense that like the only way I can actually kind of like make myself laugh is by absolute non sequiturs or just making stupid noises. That's why every time I play a game and like I just yell I love calm or like suck my dick or something because it's just so profane that I'm hoping someone might respond and or just say something. And that's like what happens when you like see these like eccentric like people when they talk, they act crazy. And the reason why is because they're laughing at the reaction you're giving because they're so bored. Like I'm so bored. If you go and speak to like really smart people, they're just gonna like act really like, and they're not funny. They're never funny. And for me, that's the biggest crime. Is if you're not funny and entertaining, I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't want to sit and listen to like my two pseudo and well they are smart. I can't like deny it, but I don't like pushing myself. But I'm just saying like. They're not. They're not as. They might be, but maybe it's just my brain's just a different pattern. Because I just guess I'm more like into comedy. I'm just more into like the more social side of life and the more psychology and the more like emotive. So they would come by and they'd be like talking about protein synthesizing of like cells and shit, and I'm like, okay, like this is just. I can kind of follow what you're saying, and I'm like. But I'm still like able to. I'm gonna communicate. I'm bored, and then they're gonna like gaslight me and say it's because I don't understand it, and it's like no, I really do, but I just don't. This is not fun. This is just not. I don't find this fun. It's great. I mean, it's interesting to some extent, but I just always think like, what is the sort of end goal of all this at the end of the day? Do you know what I mean? It's like, is there better things we could be doing? Probably not. Probably not to say that, but I just think a lot of my old friends they died a little bit when they all became hyper professional in the sense that once they became like doctors and professors, it's just I think they do look down at you. I felt there was this like shift where I was like I was on the echelon below them. I was the non post nominals. Even though I had a degree, they were like, well, I'm professor now, I'm doctor. And I was just like, okay, I don't want to do this. Not even that, but it was just like, they were just like not nice people in a sense, like, I think for me, it's like, I always like to try and help my friends out. If I've got like abundance of money or a little bit extra money, I always make a bit of an effort, or maybe like pay for them, or like, whatever. And I just felt like I knew all of them were in these really good situations where like their parents were like really rich. They just didn't. They would like live in like a building that their parents had bought, and then they didn't even pay rent. And I'm like, they're trying, and they do like the classic like sort of champagne socialist thing where they pretend they're really poor, and it's just you can't lie to me. I go into your house and I see how big it is, and I know how much you've made because you've accidentally told me like kind of what you make and get given as a grant a month, and I'm aware you don't pay rent. So pretty much like 80% of that is just. Whereas I'm like living in London and I have to pay like fucking £1,600, I think, something like that. Yeah, like £2,000 a month to live in a shithole. Yeah, we meet up and you want me to split fish and chips? Fuck that. No, you pay for it. I remember saying so. I was like, no, you pay for it. It's like, son of a bitch. It's like I had another friend who was like, well, even then I was like, he's not my friend, because he isn't. He was like this guy who was like, he's the guy who went to Oxford. But I just felt like he had a chip on his shoulder. It was like he was just like out to try and like prove to people that he was a smart person, and he got a really good job. He's worked for Palantir. So the irony is that I don't know, might be something that comes back to haunt him, or he'll get like fucking caught by some watchdog organization because he helped build that hacking shit that happened with what was it called, Cambridge Analytica. They were like using software from Palantir to basically for Russian bots to kind of influence the voters. So again, it's like he could very well get like, I think Peter Thiel is like the CEO as well, who's like become very topical now, talking about the Antichrist and the bloody. So it's like, okay, is that really a good company actually to go and work for? I know a lot of people say, well, that's a job, but no, I think no, you do. You know, if I got given like a job opportunity to work for, like Marlboro cigarettes. Like there's part of me where I have an ethics where I'm like, well, I know I'm making cigarettes, so I could be the big man and then say no, I don't want to do it. Or you could just be like, oh, well, some other ass chump's just going to get a job, so I'll do it. But I don't think that's good enough. That second one's not good enough. Because that's that's just like the burying your head in the sand thing. That's like the SS soldier just saying, so I was just doing my job. Like, no, you got given a chance, the opportunity, you chose to do it. So I think it's the same. He knew, he would have done a lot of research on it. Oh, Palantir is obviously this secret new government thing made by Peter Thiel, and it's got some backing with it, and it's all about soft. I remember going there as well. There was an office in London, and it was like one of these like zany like Google offices where everything's like open plan. And it's like you just go in, and it's like you just go open the fridge, man, and just help yourself. There's all this pizza. Just go eat what you want. They had like a whole room which was just like a supermarket, but you didn't even pay. You just pick what you want. If you want soap and shower gel, go in there, get it. You want laundry detergent, go in there. If you want to get crisps, and because it's all just like there was one of these .com companies which just had infinite funding in it because Peter Thiel was just I've forgotten what he did. Was it PayPal or something, but he just had infinite money, and it was also like it was picked up by a government. It was like part DARPA or something. So they had huge, infinite funding, and it was like his company was like, just come into the office whenever you like. It makes as long as the work is done, you can do what you want. Which ironically is actually just kind of like how most jobs are nowadays. Like, I think, especially my most recent jobs I've had, it's never really been just like a change your desk situation. It's more like you just have meetings in the week and you just make sure you do it. You just make sure there's projects that are done. But back then it was like, oh wow, you can just like, you just come in when you are. If you want to come in at midday, you can just come in at midday. It's crazy, man. You want to come into the office at midnight? Go for it, dude. Do whatever you want. Oh, you want to sit on a beanbag chair? You want to have a beer in the office? Go pour yourself a beer. But everyone will judge you, but you can have your beer. Everyone will secretly judge you. Oh, I can't believe you having a beer in the office, you little prick. And then he just went to America. He just works, and I don't care. I didn't really like her. But anyway, every time I met him, it was like I was aware that he was making like a six-figure salary, and he's like, we'd get takeout. No, he doesn't want to pay for all of us. And I said to like my friend at the time when I got him a really good job, I said, you know what the biggest like own could be? It's like if when we like got pizza the next time we meet up, if you just said I'll pay for it all, even though it'll probably be like 50 or 60 quid, you will like. You'd look so badass because everyone would know that other guy he makes like, and even he wouldn't do that. I never got to see him do that, but it would have been true just because it was just I just found it cringe. It was just like, oh, we're gonna order like takeout, and it's just like every single person sat there was like on like crazy amounts, and I know everyone's going to chat. No one watches anyway, but the Indian guys who are going to chat, you cannot complain. People can do what they like with their money. But no, there is just an etiquette. If they're your friends, you would just expect that. But I just feel like fine. Sure. I'm sure that they all had expensive debts they had to pay from the houses they didn't have to pay mortgages on. You know, whatever. It's their money, whatever. But it's just, I don't know. Money was never a thing for me like that. I was always happy just to do that if I could. and it was just an observation I made, which it just, for me, just it just shows you a lot about people, doesn't it? Because you can't pull the wool over your people's eyes for too long, especially when it does come to like money. Because like my dad was only able to live in the area we were by a fluke. So we were basically the champagne budget, but like lemonade. So champagne taste, lemonade budget. Like there's a TV series called Keeping Up the Appearances. Way too old, no one will remember it. But it was just about like these. They were like probably like lower class, and what they did is they pretended they were rich, so they could sort of like fit into like the sort of like more middle class, posh social events. So obviously you can just see the jokes writing themselves. There's a lot of like humor where they're just like, I guess it'd be like that episode of The Simpsons when Marge finds that like Chanel dress, and then she goes to like the club. It's a bit like that. So it's like my parents were just like, because my mum didn't work, and my dad, he was only a police officer. I don't want to say that like with like, but he wasn't like really high up. So there's no way actually he could have been able to afford the house that we lived in. The only reason he did was because it was like literally like he had like a magic bean situation. His brother, or my uncle, he like owns like property, and he was just building like a couple of the places down where I grew up, and because it was my dad, he was just like his brother. He just gave it to him for cost. It's like when you hear those boomer stories, when you hear about like I bought my house for a couple of. Imagine like not only paying that, but you're paying that just a fraction of that. So I don't know the exact value, but I do know that house is probably eight times the value of what he paid for it. Like something crazy, and it's all paid off for. And that's what I mean. So it's just like crazy. But like, I've got two brothers, so I know it's like I'm not gonna be. I'm not a dick. I've always said to my parents, I don't care what you do. If you want to go on cruises or whatever, and I looked after their cat. I'm happy to do whatever. But I'm just saying to you, it's just that's kind of how we got into that situation. It was just by kind of a bit of a luck. So my dad was able to kind of jump up, because if my uncle wasn't able to do that, we wouldn't have lived there. So who knows what it could have been like that? Because like, the area we lived in was just so perfect. It was just like. And that's what makes me really sad, is because I want people to have that again. I want people to feel that. I don't feel good knowing like people can't have that. I'm not one of these asshole people who like, I've had it, so I don't want other people to do it. I'm one of the nice people who do. And it just makes me so sad. It's just like, yeah, it's the state of this country at the moment. It's just actually ruined. There's something really weird going on. I mean, this country is just about to like blow up. After the train stabbings, like, oh, you just can't. What can we do at this point? Because I'll be honest with you, I said this, so it's like, I used to remember in the 90s and 2000s, if you heard a story of just like, so one story of mine that comes to mind, sorry, is like, yeah, you had like, there was this story where there was like, it turned out to be the janitor of the school. I think it's Ian Hutchinson or something like that. But anyway, he abducted these two white girls. He's white as well, but he abducted these two girls. And I think what he ended up doing was like he coerced them to go into his van or something, and then I think he drugged and he R-worded them, and then ended them as well. And I just remember like the kind of like crazy amount of media circus you had. And you had like the police trying to go on this witch hunt for ages, and you just had like, in the papers for a week or so, just like everyone like, asking around, and even because Ian wasn't even like he probably was like a sus, but anyway, like he was being interviewed a few times as well, and like people didn't know at that point. And I just remember like how much of a scene that was, how in the government like talking about trying to get it like sorted out. And it's just like today, they just don't care. It's like it's just nothing like that anymore. It's just people seem to be getting, you know, R-worded. That man got stabbed. And it's just barely, it's just like, no one seems to probably really care. I don't think legacy media are even covering it. And then, like, if you go on X, everything's just being, like, botted and suppressed. And if you just, like, it's just too many bad actors out there. Just got too many Indians and Muslims who just block you if you just say things that aren't in their favor. So one of the worst decisions we made was just letting, like, minorities be able to, like, have power over white people. I know it sounds really rude, it sounds really offensive, but it's just, you can't trust them. They're just gonna act out of, like, a feral impulse of just some kind of, like, a bad bias. They hate you because you're just white, so they're just gonna deliberately give you, like, low scores, or just deliberately, like, put you down because they just want to, like, prop them up. So like, every time you, like, have a bunch of, like, a mixed group, but there's like a couple of like Indians and Middle Easterns, they're always going to just put the Middle Eastern on Indian person. That's like number one. White people just concede, you know, whatever. But like the Indians, they're just they're narcissistic. And they just like, I think what they call it, a narco state. They're just a narco race. So it's just like, we're the best, we're the best, we're the best. And they just put like some Indian dude forward, and they just won't win because they're too arrogant to understand. It's just like white people are just more solid, and that's what's happening. It's just we're just letting people who are just like not, they're just not fair. It's like, well, unfortunately, like if like we're gonna have to do, like, we could say like the Chinese people are like the smart ones. They can do all the inventing. So the white people, we can be the judges. We can be the ones that, like, yeah, we have to like judge and do all of like the laws and stuff, because no other race seems to be able to do it without being biased. I don't know what the Indians can do. The Indians can, I don't know. I guess they can buy porn, because that seems to be what they love doing, buying our porn, buying white women porn. Black people can do entertainment and sports. It's mental, isn't it? It's fucking mental. Oh, well, this is just peanut.
Alright, we have secured objective Alpha. Attention, we need attack support on the marked objective.
Oh. Oh.
Charlie's under control.
Thank you, bro.
Target down! Let's go!
Someone behind us. I love limp peanut. far as hell, right?
Charlie. The enemy now control more objectives.
Classic. Have a sip of beer, get shot by a black man. Classic white man. Straight white man, sorry. Just what the Democrats would want. I love that was what got rid of my viewer. That was it. That was the final straw. They were like, oh, fuck that, I'm not gonna have this level of racism. I'm not watching it. Everything else fine, but that was bullshit. How could you say that? Black people will not harm you if you drink beer. Like, a lot of black people love beer. I think, don't they? Do black people love beer? Oh, he's back. I can't believe I died.
Objective marked. Support the attack.
I mean, I would've got fucked for that, but...
Enemy forces have captured Charlie.
I don't think I've killed anyone.
We've just taken territory. Alpha has been removed from
Oh, good.
the enemy are attacking Echo. We no longer control Echo.
Hook, line, and sinker. Boom, 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 racing car. Sorry, wrong button.
We have initiated our attack on Charlie.
I mean, we're creaming it.
Our attack on Echo is in progress.
Wasted their suckers.
We need attack support on the marked objective.
Just like the slogan says, watch Fox once, be damned for all mankind.
We hold the majority of objectives
Oh.
and will take more ground.
I mean, that was a tricky shot, that was. Come on, clever boy, please. Oh, clever boy.
The enemy now control more objectives.
The D. Give me the D, man. This is a peanut.
Objective Echo neutralized.
Nice.
We are engaging objective Bravo. We now hold more objectives. Secure our defenses.
Oh. What the fuck? I love peanut.
Move to attack the marked objective.
Help me, dude. Oh, you just healed it.
Be advised, hostile attack confirmed.
Oh boy.
Now safe under hostile attack. Come on, let's go.
Here they come. Warzone. Warzone.
Be advised, the enemy holds the majority of objectives. We are close to taking ground.
Get in there. Get in there. I love you, Peanut.
We have secured more objectives. Objective marked. Support the attack. Hostiles now hold more objectives.
Quick, on the play park, on the play park.
We are attacking objective Foxtrot.
They're gonna come anytime now. I love Peanut.
Objective data has been neutralized.
Dude, there's someone like over.
We now control more objectives. Defend all positions.
Oh shit, I'm really sorry. Oh, thank you so much.
Knew you had my back.
Thank you. Oh god.
Be advised, Foxtrot is under attack.
I love calm. Oh shit. Oh man, I just didn't say I got to do. Thanks, my friend. Oh, thanks, dude. Is he dead?
Objective marked. Support the attack.
Straight to ZPG. Straight to DVD.
Objective Charlie is under hostile attack.
Help me prototype the game.
The enemy has secured more
That's why I can get you this game. Giant web bob. Now we're cooking. That's it. Go on.
Good fucking job! Keep up! Objective Echo neutralized. Attention, we need attack support on the marked objective. We're attempting to capture Delta. We now control more objectives. Defend all positions. Be advised that enemy forces can capture Charlie.
I love balls. Victory is peanut. Who's baseball, Chad? Fuck him up, Holmes.
Enemies are attacking Delta.
Oh, take it, Holmes.
Our troops have neutralized Echo. We now control objective Foxtrot. Defensive position is needed on the marked objective.
Damn.
We're attempting to capture Delta.
Waste his ass.
Hold the ground! We now control more objectives. Defend all positions. Hostile down! Grenade!
Ooh.
Attack neutralized! We have initiated our attack on Charlie. Alright, let's take one! The enemy are attacking Echo. Foxtrot, stand down! Grenade! Take cover! Grenade!
I like nuts. Magic Johnson. I like nuts. Like people are like complaining, they're saying you're fucked and I hate you way. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I wish I could comment more. I'm not allowed. I hate it. I hate it so much. I'll just shut. Play it again.
Objectives have been marked. Secure and hold those positions. Hostiles are inbound.
Yippee-ki-yay. Whoopsie, sorry. That was pretty poor, sorry.
Attention, we need attack support on the marked objective.
Might as well get some free points. Oh, sorry, son. They did make this level, like, surprisingly close to the wildfires, didn't they? So, that wasn't that long ago. Like last year or something. Oh shit, there's a tank there. We're under attack, dudes. Don't worry, dudes. I got this. Right. Yeah, take it, not come. Get him. Nice one, dudes. Oh wait, there's someone there. Shit. Shit. Oh, come on. Shit. Did we get him? Yeah. You can't run from Uncle Sam.
Objective Delta is under
Oh my god. Where did that come from? Alright, just go there. Wait. This might be the end of us, boys, but we're gonna do it. Oh yeah. That's it. This might get dicey. Ooh. I think we can take a bit more than that, can we? Who's doing that? Who keeps doing that? There's people. Got it! Oh! Well, that was the worst way you can die. But, you did well.
Right, we have initiated our attack on Charlie. The enemy has secured more objectives. Let's strike back.
That's mental.
We need to defend the marked objective. Be advised, enemies are attacking Delta. Charlie.
Just execute you twice. Oof.
Hostile forces are attacking Charlie.
Oh, great.
We need defensive support on the marked objective.
Jesus.
Attention, our troops are attacking Delta.
I watch porn. I will. Okay, so. Time to.
Controlling the fight. Break their hold. Attack support is needed on the marked objective.
I mean, that's not good, is it? Oh, Peanut! Why would he not die?
Come on!
I'll come.
Attack support is needed on the marked objective.
Oh yeah. Oh!
Held by the enemy. Regroup and re-engage.
Get ready for an illegal immigrant holiday.
We lost control of Bravo.
Okay. Yeehaw! Play with my giant sack. It would be cool if, like, actually, like, you flying a plane and someone actually did realistic amount of damage. Because if you flew a plane as like a tank, fuck it. I'm sorry, the tank would be fucked. We're gonna sit here and talk and be like, nah, the tank would be fucked. Yeah, exactly like that. Just fly into it. Snarly, dude. Why did I just explode? Why is it like that thing of the Dragon Ball Z? Why did I just explode? It's true, like, why did I just
No
explode?
longer control Charlie.
Who's the...
You are exiting the combat
Oh,
zone.
what? You...
Turn back now.
I love God.
Our troops have secured secured more objectives.
You're leaving the battlefield. Return to combat.
Enemies are attacking objective Charlie.
Where's his head? What the fuck is this? The story of my life. Hey, what are you doing? That's better. Hey, what are you doing? That's better. If anyone who kills me is Indian, I'll freak. Nah, he's probably not Indian. I love calm. Yes. Yeehaw. Yippee-ki-yay! Oh, imagine actually getting healed from that. Imagine like flying a jet and it's like the wall and you can still like get back. And you still go up to battle. Are you suffering any trauma? Nah, I'll be alright. I'll be stupid. I've slammed a plane into the wall. Oh. I got gum. Help me in my mood. I guess it's true what they say about people. They're not looking out for you. They actually are in the war with you.
To attack the marked objective. Eyes on the machine gun.
Gee, how? How? No, that's crazy. That was not fun. Somehow he managed to like belly bounce the jet plane and just die. But if I like so much as like touch anything, it would blow up. Like saw him, I saw him like belly bounce the whole like jet, and so he's in the games. And it's probably because he's Indian or something. I can't prove that, but I know how to look for it. He'll probably be like an immigrant
Right, we are targeting Charlie.
of some nature. Wait a minute, what does that even mean? Well, because all I'm going to say is I've never reported anyone for racism. Does that make you feel? Does that surprise you? Does that surprise you? But I know certain people who love this. That's where the guy left. He was like, "This is too far. Racist rhetoric is too far." He's racist in air quotes. His rhetoric.
I'm bleeding out, medic!
I mean, our team do suck, asshole. All seats occupied. Kiss my ass. Pull my penis. That's what I used to say. And then you're not say it anymore. Apparently, it's sexist. But if there was no women at work, it wouldn't be sexist, but just saying. What will women do for money? Well, I don't know. They can sell themselves. They can do OnlyFans for Indian guys. Men do the work. Women sell themselves for OnlyFans. Everyone wins.
Let's go!
That way we take money from India.
You're exiting the combat zone. Turn back now.
Shut up! Shut up! Peanut? Peanut? I love it as soon as I take off. Immediately. Yeah, exactly. Didn't expect me to do that, did you? I mean, that was pretty damn cool. Peanut? 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 That's the problem, isn't it? It's like, do you think you'd ever get like a black guy who's saying a Mexican is being racist? Probably not. Or an Asian guy being like a black guy is being racist? Probably not. But if it's a white guy, it immediately is. And doesn't that make you think of something? What does that make you think, man?
There's a big fucking tank operating south of your current position.
That racism's not real, man. It's just a made-up thing. It's not real. It's like the boogeyman. It's made scary. Everyone's racist. Remember that. The Chinese, they love minstrel shows. They've got with their own. But no one cares. And why is that? Because China will kill you. So that's the rule. If you can take on everyone, then you do it. And what does that say about us? We're pussies now. not doing too well.
Objective mark. Support the attack.
Alright. Oh, everyone's writing who your favourite immigrant is. Mine is Angry Afghanistan now. And what's yours? Oh, Murderous Saddam. Confused. Oh. Confused Iraqi man. That's always a good one. Entitled Fat Mongolian woman. That's always a good one. There's always a lot of culture.
I'm bleeding out, medic!
Should teach you how to make her famous goat soup. Everyone loves goat. Everyone's got the best meat. It's just under. You know. I fucking love goat. You know I'm gonna go. You're gonna go. I hope we get to see some goat.
We are attempting to capture Delta.
Dude, there's mines all over there. I mean, at least one of us is on the wall. Ooh. Beep. Where are they?
Our troops have retaken the objective.
We got company. Uh-oh. I love peanut. I don't think my bullets can hurt.
Our troops are attacking Charlie.
I love calm. I lick my asshole.
Hostile forces are attacking Charlie.
Let's move! Right, we're securing Charlie.
Why? That was fucked. That wasn't cool. Nice. That's a bad plan, really. Oh, well, this is
You're exiting the combat zone. Turn back now.
I love pullback. What does that even mean? Tell me a judge. I didn't even do anything. I didn't do it. Didn't even do anything, dude. This game is wrong. Didn't do nothing. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that food. Give me that food. Give me that food. Give me that. 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 Give me that.
that location. Breaking off! Break off and deploy!
Just got posted. Have a look and knock out what you can. Hostiles are after a beacon. You need to drop them or calibrate the one they're after. Enemy hit the target before you could.
Damn.
Now focus up and move faster next time.
Oh my shit. Oh god.
Drop the ball on this one. Now shake it off and get back in. Teammate found info on enemy positions.
Oh boy, there's loads of them over here.
Hostile dropping near your location.
Hey, who needs the launcher?
Charge set. Stand by.
There's no one here.
Gadget marked.
You've got a new mission on the way. Review your briefing. Hostiles are making a move in your area. Show them how we feel about that.
There's no time.
Personal defense weapon marked.
Target destroyed a tracker.
Oh my god.
Extra shotgun marked.
Just chunked his ass.
I'm seeing a free PDW over here.
I just PD'd him.
Enemy shut down a sensor. Don't let them get to any more. Took out a tracker. Step it up.
Why do we have to kill him? I love cum.
Target destroyed a tracker. Hustle after him. That zone's heating up fast. You won't be safe there for long.
Oh no. I got him. Headshot. Sprayed his brain all.
You didn't complete this one, but hey, there'll be others.
Sprayed his brains.
Heads up, you got a weapons drop about to hit the ground. Put it to good use.
Personal defense weapon marked.
Well, that's a dark channel, wasn't it?
You have a hostile jumping onto your position.
Oh, I love nut milk.
Alright, you're good to go. Sending you back in.
Hey.
Enemy landing near you. Make 'em pay.
All my friends flew off at me.
Area. Stay TD with it shortly.
Although this is fun, I'd much rather play as SpongeBob SquarePants, go around with King of the Hill, Hank or whatever it is.
Got a target-rich environment. Stay alert.
That's so sweet.
Dude, what happened? What happened? I get kicked for like inactivity. Well, if my team wins. Oh, that's just bullshit. Oh well. And that's the end of Dick Critical, I'm afraid.